and welcome to the Formula 2 Silverstone
Formula 2 with me and you.
That rhymes.
Never.
I'm a bit tired.
So am I.
It's a rainy day.
It's a rainy day in Georgia. And it's a rainy day here as well. We're not anywhere near Georgia, are we?
I wonder if it actually is raining in Georgia.
Yeah, it might be, might it? It's not
should
raining
check
in
later.
Tokyo. Tony Hancock there.
Right now, the cars are on the formation lap, and if I pronounce anyone's names wrong, then I'm sorry, though. I'm new to learning these names. Do you know them?
I know some of them, yes. Yes.
Then Dad will be the main name caller for today.
You've given me this, have you? Right.
Well, put it here.
Dennis
so that I
Hauger.
actually know too. Something in my eye.
That's, that's Enzo Fittipaldi on the screen at the moment. So he's the grandson of the great Mr. Fittipaldi. You know.
Right, so...
And that's Johan de Ruvela.
That's a cool name.
Yeah, well, yeah. But what about the race? The race is behind the safety car because it's quite wet on this formation lap. And,
yeah, it's very wet.
That means usually that there's going to be a safety car start. We presume that's what's been given.
Hopefully there's no red flags.
No, there's Trevor Carlin there on the things. He had a problem with one of his cars in the F3 race earlier on. And that caused a formation lap to be cancelled and done again.
Ooh.
But eventually, it was quite a good race, actually, in the end.
Oh, at least it's a good race.
So, today, we've got for you the F2 race. It's the sprint race. The main race is tomorrow.
Yeah, the sprint race. I forgot to specify sprint.
Sorry about the weather. We did order it, didn't we? We did order sunshine, but it came a week early, I'm afraid.
Yeah, it's a sprint race. Earlier, I forgot to say sprint.
Sprint.
It's because I'm still in W Series, mind. We had our race today.
And as 19 seconds, the winner from the second place.
Yeah, around about that.
Do we know if Littleton still kept her third place after?
Abby Pulling did keep her third place, yeah.
After tipping round
Emma Kimmelainen.
Yeah, Emma Kimmelainen. She did that a few weeks ago as well.
She did.
And the best of it is they're very good friends, and when they got out the car, no fisticuffs, hugs and sorry from both of them.
Well, that's because Abby let her through again. Right, a lot of dust being picked up round one of the corners.
Are you sure it's dust and not just the spray from the cars?
It's either dust or spray. I cannot tell which.
We've had a few teething problems.
As you do on a Saturday. Saturday is a curse in motorsport, let's just face it.
Yeah, we've had a few teething problems. We're actually on the iPad rather than the main screen over there because of the fact that, do you know, I thought he usually brings his big telly down for us when we're in here.
No.
Thought it was there last time.
No.
Oh, well, never mind. Aye. So, people are listening to us, and we should be talking. So
we should be talking.
You should be talking.
It's a very long formation lap that they're doing right now, isn't it?
Well, as I just said, it's a safety car start.
Still, it should be a little bit faster than this. See? Oh, it might be overspray.
Bert can't go faster than that.
It's like mist, that spray.
I mean, you look at Formula 1 qualifying. If you haven't seen Formula 1 qualifying,
I don't think
3 minutes before the start of qualifying, the heavens opened. Yeah.
Down came the teardrops.
Many a teardrop fell in the fact there was loads of it. And Max is getting really good at the 360 spin. Yeah, obviously the Alfa Romeo lad has taught him how to do it from a few years ago. Because he's done it 3 or 4 times
race
now.
Control, safety car will enter pits. It will be a rolling start. So at least we get that.
So they've got a dry line occurred because of the fact that they've done 2 laps onto the formation for lap system behind the safety car.
Well, it's good to
And
get
so-
to know the track in this type of weather, isn't it? Keep stealing my notes.
And now they're underway.
I should have printed out 2 of them. Well, Joshua should have.
You should be actually telling me what Dennis Hauger's doing.
I don't know which number he is. That's actually a problem. It doesn't say the number of the car. Well, that's going to be helpful.
No, it's not. We're on lap 1 of 20 laps.
It's actually
and it's
started now.
still raining, and it was spray.
It was spray, yes. Though a lot of spray going into that corner could cause problems. Okay.
You can forget him because Yuri Vips has been sacked.
Is he?
Yeah.
Right, so where was here? Right, so
If you think we're unprepared, it's because there was a lot of problems just before, and Joshua has left us a list, and we really can't see the cars as well as we usually can.
we cannot see the cars properly because both the spray and the screen. Also, I do not have where they were before. Though we can manage. We've got the tracker of what the cars look like there, so that should help.
Well, get on with it then.
Well, I'm trying to look, though. It's very.
It's either Hauger or Deruvilla. I think it's Hauger in the lead.
It might be. Hold on.
Let's have a replay there of Jake Hughes and Dennis Hauger. So obviously it's Deruvilla in the first place.
I did think it was Deruvilla. Because why would he have an interview if he wasn't first? Right, so he's
At
not putting up as
last,
much spray
with
as
the
rest.
technical problems
Oh,
I've
thank goodness.
deceded a bit, we've now got graphics.
We can actually read.
So it's Deruvilla with Fittipaldi and Vip.
Oh.
So Vip is in it.
Yeah, Vip hasn't actually been sacked. For
Well, he
some
should have
reason.
been
Yeah.
for what he said. Mind you, give the kid a chance, I suppose, to repent.
More like he's just in middle of the season.
Right, Jack Doohan's son is in 4th place.
Then Iwasa, I probably butchered that name.
No, you got it right, Iwasa.
Ah.
Lawson is in the 6th, and little Pacher, right? He was now at 18. I remember when he was about 14 or 15. And I was going mad about how good he was.
Oh,
And there's Deruvilla in 8th.
Vesti
Vesti is in 9th.
They're going at it like wild fire, like cats and dogs, actually.
Hauger's actually been down in 13th position, which is an unusual place for him, isn't it?
And it looks like there's a little bit of lock-up there from, I think it's the... Hold on. It looks
It's
like
Vesti
it
and
was Vesti,
it's Vesti and Drogovic. Look,
Yeah.
Felipe Drogovic.
Drogovic.
This is exciting, isn't it? You know,
It's complicated.
it's complicated. It's like
It's
it's
now
like doing a
lap 2.
commentary on a watch.
Yeah. It's lap 2 of 20 now. And it's Drogovic, yeah.
Let's have a look
He
at
had
Drogovic.
a wobble as well. Vesti did too, so coming up to this corner here, both you've got the spray in.
It's who's
going
going to
into
break
the visor.
latest.
It's round about here. See that wobble
There
there.
there
the
it is.
cutoff. There.
And that's Vesti going through, Frederick Vesti going through, isn't it?
I think those wet
Yeah,
tyres.
I think that was a replay of Frederick Vesti going through on Felipe Drugova.
Though I did notice
Drogovic.
that there is a little bit of a problem with
Johan
going round that
Drugova.
corner. Look, he nearly crashed into Drogovic.
Well, it's the spray, isn't it? These are kids. Let them go. Right, let's have a look at... so Yuri Vips, I am really strange to see him there. I didn't know he did things. So all talk this week has been of him being disciplined by Christian and Dr. Marco for what he said.
Right, so it's now lap number 3, and still in the lead is Deruvilla. I think I'm saying that right. Followed by Fittipaldi and then Vips. And everything. I'm not going to say the word of CALM, which
I think
is
the first Brit
bad
is
luck.
down in 12th place, and that's Jake Hughes.
Ooh, needs to get moving.
Unless let's have a look. I don't think there's any other Brits in front of him.
I don't think there's any other Brits.
Dennis Lawson is New Zealand or Australia.
There's
Jack
no other
Doohan's
Brits.
definitely Australia.
Apart
Hello, Australia,
it's
if
Hughes
anybody's listening
and
out
it's
there.
Cadwell. Those are the only Brits.
Caldwell.
Oh, speaking of Hughes,
Ollie Caldwell was doing well yesterday in and right to the last position. So, where's Caldwell today?
Hughes gets passed by.
Caldwell is behind him in
How'd you
16th
say his name?
position. Dennis Hauger.
Hauger, who has then been passed by. Wait, why is Hughes moving so far down the order? Whose name begins with the?
The battle for third is between Doohan and Vips. Vips is in the Red Bull car, if people are wondering. And Jack Doohan was a fantastic motorcycle racer. You know, many a time a world champion. You know, and this lad's the son of him. My favourite is Theo Burch.
Right, so there's a team radio from Lawson.
Dennis Lawson there. Leon Lawson. Dennis Lawson's an actor, isn't he?
I couldn't exactly hear what that was from Dennis Lawson.
No,
it's
Liam.
Liam Lawson. Then can we not
Dennis Lawson's
discuss
the
all the
actor.
Lawsons so they actually know
He was in,
which
well,
Lawson
you should
it
have known
is?
because Dennis Lawson was in Star Wars.
Was he?
Yeah, he played a colonel. You'll know his face. Anyway, get on with this. You shouldn't listen to me. Everyone else does, but you should be watching the race.
I am watching the race. It's just like
Now.
Right, so I need your help with the names.
Yeah, I know. Okay, Daruvula. Yeah.
It's really difficult.
That's
without
Hauger,
a tiny
Daruva, Doohan, Sato. Right? Marina Sato is actually no relation to the famous F1 driver. It just must be a coincidence that...
Doohan is making a move, it looks like. Just sorry to interrupt you. Though, making a move around the outside. Doohan?
Yeah. Jack Doohan.
He's in fourth, trying to get past Vips. It looks like.
Yeah, what was his dad called?
Right. Well, that battle between Vips and Doohan looks quite close at the moment. How much do they have between them? I think they have a hundredth of a second between them.
It's quite. It's for the conditions. It's
close.
Quite a nervous race, isn't it?
It is. Sprint race.
Yeah, nobody's making any real progress, or you know, it's they've been quite sensible at the moment, keeping the tyres in check for later on in the race, because these tyres, these wet tyres, they don't last that long, do they?
They don't really, do they?
There is no official change in this, so you know.
Oh, a move's being made.
You've got to really.
About to Daruvula.
Team radio. Gonna have to get better with these team radios, aren't they?
I can't hear the team radios.
Neither can I, and I've only got one ear on. What?
Maybe I should not have one of my ears on.
Yeah.
That will probably help it. Though it's really difficult because I don't know the cars as well. It's mainly the numbers I'm annoyed at because I don't have any numbers.
Yeah, we've just been thrust into this because of the fact that it's Formula E at the same time, and the other two are doing the
Joshua
Formula E.
knows this perfectly.
Ed and Joshua are on a different channel doing Formula E in Marrakesh, is it?
See, that's an easier name.
What, Logan Sargent or Marcus Armstrong?
The one I pointed to, which is Marcus Armstrong.
Sargent.
Armstrong.
Marcus Armstrong.
Yes.
Yeah, I think he's a New Zealander or an Aussie.
He's an Aussie.
He's from that
think.
that part of the countries.
Doohan makes a move, it looks like, on Vips, and he went right round the inside, it looks like.
Yeah, he's got quite a good driver on four wheels. You know.
It was very good of him to actually do that, because he was
It's
actually
a sort
able
of
to
move
overtake
his father would
round the
make
corner.
in superbikes, wouldn't it? You know.
I don't know.
Yeah, that was a pure superbike move there. He came up behind him, right? Waited for his chance and undercut him. That's the main thing we do in MotoGP, isn't it? And superbikes.
Lawson gets past Pourchaire. Pourchaire, is it?
Pourchaire, yeah.
Yeah,
Theo
Pourchaire.
Pourchaire.
And Fittipaldi
14
passes.
or 15 years of
passes
age. He was excellent.
Fittipaldi passes Javula. I can't say his name right.
Jehan de Ruvilla.
I'm just going to say Jehan
Indian.
from now on. I'm just going to say Jehan from
De
now on.
Ruvilla.
Oh, and Jehan, is he in the pits?
Is he Brazilian or Indian? I think he's the Indian lad, isn't he?
Yeah, he's Indian.
Both brilliant drivers.
I think Jehan
If only this was MotoGP, we would know him instantly, wouldn't
back. Doohan goes into second place, while Jehan, he's falling back. I don't know whether I should be worried about that or not, that he's falling back.
Well, the track is... I think the rain has started to ease a bit, and I think the track is beginning to dry out. It looks like it is. There's a dry line forming, but also offline, you get this cooling down of your tyres really quickly if you go offline, like they did just then, to overtake. And that's why they're being cautious, isn't it?
It is why they're being cautious.
Because otherwise, you could spin, because if say you go off and you've got one set of tyres, the right hand side tyres are still on the dry line that's been created, and the others on the wet. You could spin anti-clockwise.
You could spin anti-clockwise, and spinning here involves angering a lot of gardeners.
Yeah, I've always thought that. You know, one of the worst things is in motorsport is the fact that these gardeners spend so much time creating these lovely lawn-like areas, and then they get churned up by some of these drivers.
Pourchaire passes Vesti, is it?
Can you imagine if that happened in football? Someone drove a tank onto a pitch and teared it up. I think they'd cry.
They would cry.
Yeah, they would. Lap 7 of 20 here.
And
Iowa.
And Jehan is moving down, and
just
Pourchaire is moving up and just past Lawson again.
He's just overtaken Deruvilla to move into third place. Iwasa, isn't it?
Iwasa, yeah.
Iwasa. He didn't bother too much. I think he knows Minnehaha.
We won't say the next line. Behind me.
Who was behind you?
I could have sworn I heard something.
Well, you probably did.
It wasn't that.
I've been tapping my leg.
No, it wasn't that. It was like a person
to Iowa.
Moving.
So look at this, and we've got Jack Doohan in the lead with Enzo Fittipaldi in second place. Iwasa in third. Deruvilla fourth. Vips is in fifth. Theo Pourchaire in sixth. Vesti is in seventh, and Lawson has just overtaken the other one, and has gone. Dragovic. And Dragovic has retaken Lawson on the next corner.
I think it's Dragovic because it has a U.
It's Dragovic, yeah. Dragovic.
It's so difficult. I should have had a pronunciation thing before this.
Felipe Dragovic is the Brazilian lad, and the other lad, Johan Deruvilla, is the Indian lad, isn't he?
It just now.
Nissani, who's been quite quiet up to now, he's in 14th place.
How do you say his name again?
Dennis Hauger.
Hauger's just passed to Armstrong, though it's so complicated. Right, so lap 7 seems to be lasting a long time.
This could be one of the worst commentaries we've ever done. Let's pretend the motorbikes. We might get it right.
Right, so there's a replay here. I don't know who the replay's for.
Mind you, we'd have to go back 35 years if it's Doohan winning on a motorbike. Oh, that was good from Enzo Fittipaldi. I accidentally called him his older brother a minute ago. Usually at the track, he's either his granddad or his older brother. His older brother is a reserve driver for one of the Formula One teams or development driver.
Oh, there's a pit stop for Lawson.
For a new nose cone?
Yeah. So we know Lawson is number 5 now.
Well, I knew that in the reading. It's on there.
I didn't. Where?
So he's 5. Liam Lawson, look. 5.
Are you telling me that these are the numbers and that they're all in the same numbers?
Right, we can have a better go of it now. Go on. Can you see the numbers?
I'd love to have been
can't.
told that. I thought it was just like a number list. Right, Fittipaldi is in
Race
second.
control
Race
message.
control, black and white flag for Vips, track limits. Vips car 8. Yeah, it's definitely a thing. I must have
Definitely
been
one of
dumb.
the most popular drivers on the grid at the moment, Vips, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, everyone's talking about it.
That's
Right.
another song. She's getting in the song lyrics today, isn't she?
Iwasa moves up into second.
I
And
can't hear
it's-
the word you say. Everybody's talking about it. I kind of word. Don't sing.
Yeah, don't sing. That includes just talking with song lyrics constantly. And Pusher is gone into 5th now for passing Vips because obviously I think
I'm
want to
sorry,
slow down
her
on the
English
track limits.
pronunciation of that name, that's Porsche.
I said Pusher.
You said push chair.
I did not say Pushchair.
Well, it sounded like push chair to me.
Pusher.
Yeah. So we've got 8 laps of the 20 gone. We're doing our best here on a very small screen. Right, you try doing a commentary on a small screen. I'm a bit gutted, said Sky Sports. They've just tweeted. Why? Lewis, from Lewis. Because, I mean, he was expecting to do better than the 5th place he's got, hadn't he, Lewis?
Lap 9 now of 20. Pusher is about
Porsche's
to
behind.
try and pass Deruvula. Wouldn't be the first person today.
Do you know?
He had such a great 5 laps.
Do you know? Porsche just literally, just gently
Nudging.
nudges them out of the way one by one, and you know, he might start off in the midfield virtually every time in F2, but he just gently nudges them out the way all the time. Just waits for the little gap and then goes for it. It's amazing. I think he's a really fantastic driver. He just made a little correction there on the steering because he went on the wet side of the track just then. And back to you, Meg.
Right, so if Doohan actually wins this sprint race, then it will add to the list of winners, which I don't actually think we've had a single repeat winner for this season.
I don't think we have.
Because we've had this. I can't pronounce his name. It's his name. Vescu?
Oh, Richard Vishaw.
Vishaw. We've had Vishaw, Lawson, Armstrong, Drugovic, and it's. Why do I keep forgetting his name?
Drugovic or Dennis Hauger.
Hauger. Yeah, I was right in my mind. Hauger. And then Vesti. And if Doohan wins this one, then it will add to the lack of repeating. Halfway through the sprint race now. Time penalty for
Yuri Vips, that would be
Yuri
for those
Vips.
track limits.
5-second time penalty for car 8 for track limits. Replay, I think, of the car actually going off. No, is this Porsche?
He's pushing
Porsche.
Porsche wide there.
Ooh, that was all 4 wheels off
You
the
know,
track, almost cutting the corner.
That's a bit of a racing incident, isn't it? You know, Porsche's on a different line to him, and the braking system of these cars doesn't allow you to actually just brake instantly, does it?
Race control messages. And the YouTube chat.
Could have done with a better TV.
It's iPad only, I'm afraid.
He's cheered up a bit, hasn't he?
Right, so
You wait till they get the bill for the electricity price on Formula E. Well, in Formula E, it must cost them twice as much in energy now as it used to, unless they get a cheap deal.
It must cost a
Yeah,
lot.
I wonder what their direct debit is a month.
They probably don't have direct debit.
$500,000.
So
used to know-
lap
I
10
used-
of 20.
I used to like half a mullard and half a fish. But I don't know anyone called $500,000. I bet there is someone somewhere, don't they?
Probably.
$500,000. Jack Doohan still leads with iOS in second place. I'm just pronouncing them wrong because Megan does. Fittipaldi in third. Porsche.
I've literally never
Porsche.
done
Yeah,
this
okay.
before.
But
race
Porsche,
control
not
message
Porsche.
for turn 16 incident involving cars 10 Porsche and 2 Jeruvala under investigation.
Right, it is Deruvilla in number 2 because it says there, number 2. See, we're doing well now.
Yeah.
We're rock and rolling. At the back, though, Liam Lawson is now 16 seconds behind
Raindrops.
Jack Doohan.
Oh,
So
I haven't pulled the camera.
after changing his nose cone, Jake Hughes has fallen to 17th.
Oh,
And
that's not
where's Sargent gone? Oh, he's up into 9th.
ah.
So Logan Sargent has
Oh.
crept up a bit.
Okay, I don't know
And
whether
Dennis
to think,
he must have just overtaken Dennis Hauger.
I don't know whether to think whether Lawson's either out or just had a really long pit stop because he's in last place and he was actually doing really well before.
Do you know, people listening to us have probably got it on a big set, watching it on a big set, and can actually see the numbers and everything. Come on, dead
Josh,
air.
I was just about to say something,
It doesn't
and you
usually
go
stop
dead
you.
air. It does stop me because. Hold on, team radio.
Jack Doohan.
I have no idea what that said because
I
it was slightly
I think he
muffled.
was asking about. You know, it's the online. You know, offline it's still not very good. So
Do you know what's annoying? Because
he
the
was
team
just worried.
radio, you have to really concentrate because sometimes the drivers accidentally muffle their mics by like going against them.
I'll give you a little insight, right? These things usually come through our headphones, and so we're having to listen on the iPad to what they're saying. We used to get everything on MotoGP. We even hear the crashes in our headphones,
We always have
and
crashes through
and
our
then
headphones.
we know that someone's down. You know, BT Sport are always doing that, aren't they? They're always going, "Oh, someone's down. I can hear them." And it's because all these things come through. All the things on the team radios and that come through our headphones. You know, and it helps us a lot because it tells us before they actually see it on screen what is happening. But we're not getting that today, so I'm sorry for that, and I'm sorry for the fact that we don't think the stewards
Now,
turn 16 incident involving cars 10 Porsche and 2 Deruvilla. Or is it Drogovic? Yeah, Deruvilla will be after the race, wasn't it?
that is what I was about to say and what I've been trying to say for about 5 minutes.
You should have tapped me arm.
When does that stop you?
I don't know.
Oh, what was that? That was either a light or a spark, and I think it's preferably a light since it's raining and it's very unlikely
What
to
they
have
do,
fire.
do they have rain lights on F2s? Yeah, they do. Look,
Yeah.
flashing at the top and bottom.
Looks like a number 8.
You know the monkey
Oh.
the monkey seat light is there in the middle
I
on
think
the
that's
on the.
I think that's Sato just Marino Sato just moving down the order. Is he in the pits?
The monkey seat is the name given to the light
Oh no, he's stopping.
that where the light is based, just above the exhaust.
It looks like he's stopping.
Yeah, he's coming to a. That's Marino Sato.
I really hope he's just going really long into the
He's
pits.
just
He's going
crawling
into
into the pits.
Yeah, he's crawling his
It
way
might
back
be
into
just
the pit.
a software problem, but
Hopefully. Yeah, Santos now.
Sometimes when that happens, it's a hydraulic problem. When you just manage to keep in one gear, manage to crawl it back to the pitch.
And it's right. So who we're looking at now? It looks like we're looking at the 22 of Fittipaldi fighting Porsche.
Pushchair, yeah.
Porsche.
Yeah. He's brilliant. He broke his leg or his arm last year and had to spend a lot of time off. But
Probably his makeup season.
he's come back and he's doing pretty well. You know, he's got to build up his strength in that arm, a bit like in MotoGP.
With Marquez, yeah.
Yeah, Marquez just had a major operation again on his arm to attempting to be able to be the type of rider he was before. So, this is looking good with 7 laps to go for Jack Doohan. You know, he's got a 3.5 second lead over Iwasa. And Fittipaldi is a second and 2/10 behind. Your turn, Megan.
I was just about to say, and I think this is the name. Hauger, right?
Dennis Hauger.
Hauger
Yeah.
has just passed Cladwell.
Who?
Caldwell. Cadwell. I don't know.
He's British.
Yes.
Right, he's one of our lot.
Yes. And some British people have really difficult names.
He used to be in the F3 Championship, didn't he? Little Ollie.
Probably. I don't.
You know Ollie. He's got a
Probably not.
really thin-looking face with a...
I genuinely do not know.
Yeah. Yeah, you would. You'd
There's
recognise him.
Dad, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't.
I
No.
wouldn't.
You don't take anybody notice of anybody other than yourself in the mirror, do you?
No, it's just because when you're looking at a race, you don't really see their faces.
Yeah,
And I
but you
didn't
do
really
off.
Yeah, and when have I ever watched like a press conference of F3?
No chance, because this is F2.
Exactly. You were talking about when he was in F3.
Yeah, I know, but you watch it when they take their helmets off. When he was in F3, he did pretty well.
Still.
And those who have been watching Wimbledon, one of the seeds has just gone out.
But what?
Just came up. Sky Sports just told us. I don't know why they told us that. We're not interested in Wimbledon. We're watching this.
Well, it's probably just for notifications.
Oh, it's just popping up, is it? Yeah. Anyway, come on. Yeah, great day for Alfa Romeo with the local lad from Sheffield around here, Zhou Guan Yu, the Chinese Chinese-born lad who's been here since he was a kid. And there's a lot of money from Chinese businesses pushing him forward, but he's got so much talent as well, and he got into Q3 today.
That's good for him.
Yeah,
I'm proud.
drives good in the wet, doesn't he? And obviously
Hauger
Silverstone being his second home circuit.
Hauger is battling Armstrong at the moment. Armstrong's trying to overtake. There's a 2/10 gap, and Sato is officially out now.
Being your home circuit doesn't always do you well. Look at Jack Hughes. He's in 14th position. I mean, this is a lad who's been a reserve driver. It's got to be the setup of the car that's causing Hughes and people like Hughes and Nissany not to do well in this race. Nissany has had such a on and off season. You know, he's either good or mediocre during the season up to now.
Right, so let's go through the top 5 of who's where. We have Doohan, who is in first, Iwasa in second, Fittipaldi third, Porsche in fourth, and Deruvala in fifth.
Vesti and then Drugovic
Raindrops.
and Sargent, Vips, Hauger.
Oh, I'm really
Armstrong.
hoping that just hasn't been wiped.
What has not been wiped?
The raindrops I just saw.
What, falling on my head?
No, on the camera.
Oh, okay.
Really hope it hasn't.
Is it on a was it on an onboard camera?
No.
Because you know that's on a roll.
It wasn't on onboard camera.
Okay.
Right, so Armstrong finally passes Hauger?
Hauger.
Hauger. Why am I finding his name so difficult
I
to
don't know.
remember?
It's like Ollie Caldwell as well.
Caldwell, Cadwell? I don't know. Both could work.
Just in Coronation Street. Just think Mrs. Caldwell.
There's a
Mini
replay
Caldwell.
of Armstrong passing Hauger now.
No relation, by the way.
No, this is Hauger passing Armstrong. Which one passed which?
By the look of that, it's Dennis Hauger is being passed by Marcus Armstrong.
Yeah, though I really hate it when they
Because
put underneath. There's
Dennis
like,
is a
oh,
Red Bull
10th.
driver.
10th, Armstrong, 11th,
Yeah.
Hauger.
Yeah, but
And you're
Dennis is
thinking,
a.
which one's
You just have to
which?
look at your sheet and you see that Dennis is a Red Bull driver.
Yeah, I know I only have to look at the sheet, but still. It's annoying. Right, so fastest lap goes to Doohan with a 2 minutes .783. I was team radio.
I can understand.
Didn't hear that.
I can understand if you got high tech mixed up with Campos because they're both white
Wait, what?
cars, but you know,
Which teams are they?
high tech and Campos, the white cars. But you see, the Red Bull car that was being overtaken has to be either Dennis Hauger or Drew Villa, and
I
we know it's
can't
not.
see
Drew
what
Villa.
you're pointing at when you point at your left hand because it blocks my view. At what you're pointing at.
Well, it hasn't done any harm up to now, has it?
Yes, it has.
Vesti's got a half-second gap in the battle for sixth
To
with
Deruvela.
Drogovic.
Deruvela. Drogovic is further down.
No, it says Drogovic.
Well, he has a similar gap with. Okay, this is annoying. The fact that he has that Vesti has both
Deruvela's in
Deruvela and
fifth.
Drogovic beside him.
Vesti is the sandwich. Oh, there we are. We've now got Deruvela and Drogovic in fifth and sixth
Because that's
position.
not going to be confusing.
Well, it is for us, isn't it? Because we're watching on this matchbox.
It's not a matchbox.
Is it your?
Lap
Is it
six-
yours?
No.
It's Joshua's.
Yes. Lap
Where's yours?
16 of 20, and mine couldn't do this.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't like to do things like that. Right, so a replay of going across the finish straight. That's what I'm talking about with a rain camera. Don't know what it's replaying.
Good result for the Lionesses last night, 4-0.
We're not going on to football. This is F2.
Well, just because you're, you know,
Lap 17 of 20 now. And, Dad, why don't you read through the top 5?
well, the top 5. Jack Doohan is in the first position up to now, 3.5 seconds, nearly 4 seconds behind is Iwasa. Fittipaldi is 4 seconds behind him. Theo Porcher is in fourth, half a second behind him, and a full 7 seconds behind the leader is Deruvela and Drogovic, who are
Deruvela.
in fifth and sixth. Vesti in seventh place.
Why can I see Deruvela's
Sargent
name?
is up into eighth.
Not how.
Vips has dropped down to ninth, and Marcus Armstrong is in 10th. Over to you, Megan.
Right, so Duran still holds the lead for the sprint race, and it's really looking.
You can see from Theo Porcher's onboard there how much the track is drying out.
It is drying on a lot. It is drying out a lot, and if Duhan wins this sprint race, then
They're going to have.
it'll be the 7th.
There's a
winner.
lot of wear on the inside right front of Theo Porcher's car there. That surprises me.
Right, so we're looking at the 22 of Fittipaldi right now. See, I remember that number. We're looking at the battle between him and Porcher looks to be really trying to go round the inside. He seems to be favouring that side of
The grid.
the grid, yeah,
The racetrack.
track. Oh, and he passes. That's not just me, right? Though the fact that it was showing the fact that Fittipaldi had Porsche behind him, then all of a sudden cut with no warning to
Ayumi
that.
Iwasha has got the fastest lap.
That's good. Maybe I was
Just 2 laps to go in this. Started off behind the safety car, 2 formation laps, and now we've just got 2.5 laps of the race left. Iwasha increasing his attempt to get towards Doohan, but still 3.5 seconds behind Doohan. He got the fastest lap in the last lap. Fittipaldi is dropping back a bit. He's under the cosh of Porsche, who is in danger of taking the 3rd place on the podium.
Porsche is very close to going 3rd,
So
and it's Doohan. I think Doohan's going to win.
well, he's led most of the race, hasn't he? If not all of
Yes.
it, and his positioning on the track is restricting anybody to get round him at all if they could actually get near him, which they haven't. They're 3 seconds behind him.
Armstrong passes Vips, and Vesti passes Deruvala just now in for 6th. And did I just see a piece of debris fly off somewhere?
Yeah, there's quite a bit of the undersides of the the little veins on the Formula One cars are on this track. It could be. I know Lewis lost a bit of the underneath of the back of his car during the qualifying, and so or practice 3, and if that's not been cleared off the track, that could have been what flew up. Because the only other thing is, did someone touch wingtips?
Fastest lap remainers
He's
as
putting on
Iwasa with
I don't think he's left it too late. That's 2 fastest laps in the last 3 laps of the race. We're just coming up to the final lap of the race, and I think he's left it just a little bit too late. I think this is, like you say, Jack Doohan's to lose.
it's not Doohan's to lose. I don't think Doohan will lose.
No, it's that's a saying. It's Jack Doohan's race to lose. In other words,
That's a weird saying.
It's in other words, it's for the only way that at the moment, with coming up to 1.5 laps to go, 1.25 laps to go, the likelihood of Doohan losing this race is only under something
It's
that
small.
happens to his car or he does wrong.
You watch, he
So
crashes
it's
now.
for Doohan's to lose.
Lap 19 of 20, of course, is +1 lap after the 20 is up. And
No, final lap is 20.
no, 21.
No,
It says on there 21. And yet sometimes it doesn't show that there's an extra lap.
no, it's because we had 2 formation laps, so one was taken off.
Oh, so it was taken off.
Yeah. So, we are. That's another thing we've only just noticed, where our lap counter is showing 1 lap too many.
That's confusing.
But then again, Joshua's the only one who knows how to change that. There's his dad, Mick Doohan. There, the great
Fucking Brad.
motorcycle champion. He was really fantastic. He really was.
Right, so lap 20 of 20 now. Final lap, and Iwasa again gets the fastest lap with a 1:59.271.
Now, if you'd have done the fastest laps,
Doohan last fastest lap was.
yeah, but he's only cut it to 1.8 seconds. I don't think he's got enough time. I think he's just left it too late. Jack has obviously got just eased off a little bit, but I don't think and Iwasa's really going for it. But
right.
you know,
so
every little bit of those cars will be wrung out in this final lap by those top four drivers. Just to get in the case of Fittipaldi, it's less than a second between him and Pourchaire.
hold on. I think we're coming up to the final corners soon. So hold on.
So no mistakes, and he has got this in the bag. And his
Yeah,
dad
Duran
his
looks
dad will
at
go
it.
mad if we have another picture of him in the pits. But it's look a little slide there.
Duran looks to
Car 3, Alpine's Jack Doohan. He's part of the Alpine Academy. The son of an Australian great. He's going to get a win here, and first win of the season, I believe.
It's a sprint race, remember?
Yeah, but it's still a win.
Yeah, but it's a sprint race. So it only counts for position tomorrow.
We're not posh. We don't distinguish between one and another.
I do.
You do.
It will be Duran crosses the line and is the 7th out of 7 sprint race winners. Iwasa comes at 2nd.
There's his
And
dad
it's
there. Told you he'd be
Fittipaldi.
punching the
comes
air and
3rd.
smiling brightly. I would if I was him.
I don't know whether we should stay on.
So,
Really. No, I don't think we should stay on.
you know, I don't know what Iwasa's dad did for a living and things like that, or granddad. But two greats there, sons or grandsons of two greats, are on the podium in Fittipaldi and Doohan. With Iwasa splitting them in second place. Great drive from him, but I just think he left it too late. I think he went for those fastest laps with 3 laps to go, and he should have gone for about 6 laps to go. Just pushed it a bit. Maybe he was worried about losing his tyres. But this is a great win for the young graduate of the Alpine Academy.
And it's... Right, so I'll read through as much as I can.
And a great win for Virtusi Racing.
Right, so Doohan wins the sprint race, coming in first. Second is Iwasa. Fittipaldi is third. Pourchaire is
didn't quite
fourth.
get to Fittipaldi in the end. Half a second between them, or 1 second between them.
Drugovic is fifth. Vesti is sixth. Sargent is seventh. Deruvela
Deruvela
if I can pronounce it,
is
is
quite a
eighth.
bit behind, a further 8 seconds behind Sargent.
Armstrong is ninth. Vesher, is it?
Yep.
Vesher is... It moves again. Vesher is 10th. Hughes is 11th. Phipps 12th. Novalak is 13th. Nissani is 14th.
Go for it at 15th.
Hauger is 15th. Why can't I pronounce his name? Beckman is 16th. 17th is Williams.
Caldwell.
is 14th.
18th.
No, 18th. Then
Then you've got to look at that one over there.
is Lawson. I know that. And Sato is 20th. I know Sato
Because I don't think
went out.
did he
was
finish?
out.
I don't think he
He
finished.
didn't finish. Right.
So, no time.
This has been an interesting F2 race.
Has it?
Very, very interesting. Well, interesting on how we've managed. That's very interesting.
On a matchbox of a screen compared with what we're used to. We're used to doing commentaries on a 40-inch screen. We've got one on an 8-inch screen.
Right. So, thank you for watching. They're just lining up on the thing now, though. I don't think they do a podium.
Oh, they do?
Do they?
Yeah. Yeah, they have the national anthem and everything. The Australian national anthem will be playing. But
Hold on,
I
I'll
don't know
just check
whether or not
something.
they'll show it on your local broadcaster. Sky sometimes do, sometimes don't.
Hold on.
There's Doohan. Jack Doohan celebrates to the crowd.
He must be very proud of himself. It's his first sprint win of the year and win at all.
Us Poms like the Australians, so get a good reception from the British crowd. You know, especially who his dad is, because we all loved him over here. He was a fantastic rider.
Don't know whether we should stay for the podium because I was never told if we were meant to.
This is his first ever win in F2.
Yeah, it must be really exciting for him to
There's
get
his
to
dad, look.
say, "Oh, I've won something."
And there is. I'm just trying to listen to see what he was saying.
I'm trying to find out whether we should stay for the podium. Because, for all I know, there might be something directly after this that we need to get ready.
I hate the fact that we can't hear what they're saying. We usually can hear little bits of what they say. Anyway, we got through that by the skin of our teeth.
And I think that's Joshua. Yeah. Probably helping to... We've already read through the race result. Yeah,
So
Joshua can take over.
the winner was Jack Doohan. Amiri Washi in second
Meg,
place.
go Formula E. No! Meg, go there just to make sure everything's okay. Right, hello everyone. I'll take over quickly. Well, that looked like a good race from what I saw. It started behind the safety car. Was it a good race?
Yeah, it wasn't a bad race. You know, the main thing is that we can't actually see the numbers that well.
Oh, sorry. It's incredibly difficult, isn't it? So I know it was a bit difficult for everyone there. So sorry for everybody out there. That didn't have a great broadcast, but at least we could bring you Formula 2.
We had a fun broadcast.
It was good. I'm sure it was. We had a difficult one at Formula E as well due to the internet bit not working correctly, which is why you've commentated on
Me
an
and
iPad.
Megan had a nice argument about whether it's Theo Porsche or Porsche.
Porsche.
Well, I know it is, but that's the
right,
joke.
okay. Right, thanks to Megan and Ian Burch for covering this one. We'll be back then tomorrow morning. That's it from the Silverstone action as well. We'll be back tomorrow for all of the action when Formula 3 kick off with the feature race, Formula 2's feature, and the British Grand Prix as well. We'll also have the IndyCar as well. Still going on though, Formula E has just finished and they're about to do their podium ceremony. Well, thanks to you two. I've just sort of taken over as host now. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.